Jaylen, Grant really kept you guys in the game in the first half. Just how different of a player, of an impact is he making this postseason compared to the last, and just how big of an impact has his physicality been in this series too?
Yeah, Grant locked in right now. Grant, Payton, they were really the heroes of this game. They played well in stretches that we needed them to play well. Our backs were against the wall a little bit in the first half. We had some trouble getting it going, and Grant made play after play. So Grant is playing well right now. Payton is playing well right now. Got to keep it rolling. The next guy up, you got to be able to just step in and make plays.
Hey, Jaylen, you yourself got going there in the fourth quarter. I think 10 points in the frame. What did you see offensively that kind of allowed you to, hit the Nets pressure points better in those spots?
Just being aggressive. I think Brooklyn's doing a good job of trying to keep me from my spots and attacking in places where I want to attack. Fourth quarter though, everybody starts to dwindle a little bit, get a little bit tired. That's when we look to get going a little bit. So fourth quarter, I just kept being aggressive, staying with it, and made some plays down the stretch.
Kyrie was just saying that after that second half, their team is still searching for cohesion and identity while you guys have clearly found it, and that your time is now. So especially looking back on just how this season started, do you feel like you guys have kind of cemented that you feel like your time to contend is now after this kind of game?
Yeah, why not? We just take it one game at a time is how we're kind of looking at it, and that's all that's important. We can't look ahead, and we can't look behind. We just got to focus on what's in front of us, and the series is not over. We won 2 games to clear home court. Still a lot of basketball to be played. So I'm focused on Game 3 in Brooklyn. I'm looking forward to seeing what adjustments they're going to make and thinking the game. I'm excited for Game 3.
Jaylen, down 10 at halftime, you had to scrape to get to that point. How much trust has been established that Ime and the coaching staff will make those adjustments to where you guys can come back? It just seemed like a completely different half defensively. As you said, guys got a little bit tired, but it just seems like Ime is kind of making those chess moves to put you guys in position to win.
Just most importantly, Ime showed his poise. He didn't panic. And in past years, that might have been the situation, but Ime didn't panic. He just stayed with our game plan, and we made some minor adjustments, but not really. We played aggressive, and we settled in a little bit, and we made some big plays. Our role players made some big plays. Payton came off, was great. Grant was great as well. D. White, Tice, we chipped in as a team, and we got the win. But credit to Ime, he didn't panic. When we weren't playing as well in the first half, we stuck with it and found a way to win in the end.
What did you see in Marcus's hand?
What did I see? Man, I don't know. That was a play. I taught Marcus everything he know. I know he defensive player of the year, but a lot of that he learned from me. Marcus played great. Does what Marcus does. Made some big plays down the stretch, and we pulled out another win.
You also had a snarl at one point. What were you guys feeding off of in that third and fourth quarter?
We just found a way to get it going. Defensively, like we play 4 quarters, and teams, they might start off hot, but you got to keep that same energy. So in the fourth quarter, we was able to get some stops, put together a great defensive performance, and it led to the offensive end.
Jaylen, I know you talked to the team when you lost that lead in Game 1, and then when you went down in this one. Just you as kind of a vocal leader on that team. Is that new for you? Where does that kind of come from?
No, it's not new. I'm one of the longest tenured Celtics here, and not oversaturating your voice, but speaking when it's necessary. Just especially in those moments where things might not seem to be going the way we want them to go. All is not lost. You keep faith through the adversity, through the ups and downs, and winter always turns to spring.
Jaylen, you talked earlier about Grant and Payton, you spend so much of the season, you and Jason being the guys that they play off of you. Is in the playoffs when so much focus is on you and they get going, is the energy kind of like flipped a little bit and you can play off of, hey, the role players are really stepping up here, and then you guys, your energy lifts?
They got to be aggressive. Like, they got to make plays. Like, if, they're going to treat them like they're, a non-basketball player, and they're not going to pay attention to them, they got to attack. And we give them the confidence to go and be themselves. Payton came out, didn't play much in game one, but had an impact in game one, and came back in game two ready to go and made some big plays down the stretch in the fourth quarter. That was amazing. Just it goes to show his confidence in himself. It just goes to show his poise, his readiness, and we're going to need that going forward. Same thing with Grant. First half, the story was Grant. Grant, in moments where it looked like the game was getting away from us, Grant was the catalyst to bring it, back down to earth. And he made some key buckets where they left them open, and he made them pay. So we gotta keep winning as a team. It's not me and Jason. It's not me, Jason, and Smart. It's the Celtics.
Grant told us your message at halftime was to just be you, stay the course, be yourselves. How much confidence do you have in yourselves, and where does that come from?
Come from inside, come from the adversity, come from, experience, being in situations like this before, being in the playoffs before, and, understanding that we're a good team. Everything ain't always going to be high. Sometimes you got to persevere through some stuff, and that's not just basketball, that's life. So, we got down early, wasn't playing like ourselves, but we found a way to crawl back and made it a game in the end, and it turned into a win.